exactly.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to talk to you about your journey as a pro, man. How many years have you been playing?
I've been playing as a as a pro since I was 20 years old, 21. But I've been playing and training since I was like 10 years old. So
Yeah,
basically, all my life was dedicated to basketball. And Mindful Buckets, the name is transcending through basketball, like understanding the spiritual growth through basketball.
love
That's
that.
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, man. And uh, talk about that name, Mindful Buckets, man. Like I remember going through my, I was on Instagram and I see, people you follow, people you should follow or something. And it came up with Mindful Buckets. So I clicked it and I'm going through the content. I see you on there. I was like, oh, I know this dude. I know this guy. Let me
Yeah.
hit him up. And I
Yeah, I
and I
remember
and I
meeting you
find it
in,
to be.
I remember, sorry, uh, keep going.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. So I remember meeting you in Moscow, yeah, and I just felt something.
Yeah,
Like right now, I understand that, but back then I did not understand it like a lot, like now. So I just felt it, and
yeah.
whatever, you know it. And then like the name came because I started to meditate like in 2013, but since then I really grew in that ability, and
Mhm.
in one meditation it just came to me, um, the logo, everything, and
Yeah.
I just did it. And I have a group of people that work with me, and it cannot be possible like without others helping you,
Right.
because
The collaboration.
yeah, it's like it's tough, especially in Croatia. Like it's not that easy to do this.
Mhm.
But we're new. Like in Croatia, we're like this is people don't understand it, but they like it, so it's great. It's not for them to understand. It's just like if they love it, it's great. So yeah,
Yeah.
and the name came, transcending through basketball with spiritual growth
I
and
love that, man.
understanding the emotions and the mental strength of the game.
Yeah. We're on the same wavelength, man. I feel like
Yeah,
the spiritual world and the mindfulness and the being present in the moment really intertwines perfectly with basketball and your approach to the game and how you
yeah,
treat not just the game but every practice, how you operate in daily life. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you have this one
100.
purpose. You find this one purpose that you have, and how you move through your day is directed towards that purpose and the people around you.
Uh, it's it's like every moment is a learning experience about yourself, and then when you treat it like that, then your life becomes it becomes synced. It all of a sudden you find synchronicities in
Yeah.
everything, and then it's like some people would say like it's magic, but it's the way it is. I mean,
My bad.
somebody would say like I'm talking mumbo jumbo right here, but it really is like that. Like
Hmm.
when you get really in tune, like, you understand me. So that's why
Yeah.
this interview is not a coincidence.
Mm-mm.
It is meant to be. Like the 11/11 that you saw and me that I saw at that time, and you contact me right at that time. For me, it's perfect for me and you. So
Yeah.
it's great.
It's
Yeah.
these are the universal signs that we all that's just being present and understanding.
Yeah.
Life is unfolding, and to for us to really just be in that moment and understand that this exact moment is where you're supposed to be right now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, man.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing when
Powerful,
you understand that.
powerful stuff, man. And I want to take it back to us our encounter in Russia, man. I remember we like how they had the scheduled practice times for these tournaments, and I think it was like our
Yeah.
scheduled time, but there were no basketballs, and you were the only one. You had
Yeah.
your own basketball, and like you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. You had your own basketball,
Yeah.
and you know, we were going through our practice, and you're like, I'm still gonna get my reps up. Like, you know what I mean? You guys using my balls, you know. So it's just like being in that moment and seeing you work, and I'm just like like seeing you there, and then encountering you now. It's just like, oh, I understand him more. You know what I mean? I understand it now. You know what I mean? Like I get it. Like we've always been on that same vibe, but it's just like actually putting yourself out there and starting to connect with people, and and then they pop up.
We're basically all one.
Yeah.
Like we're basically all one. But the people that you're on the same like vibration, you just click with them instantly, and you don't know how it is, but you just feel it.
Yeah.
Because when you listen to my bad. When you listen to
Okay.
your heart, it's amazing. Like don't listen to this guy. Like this guy can fool you, but this right here can't fool you.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Man, always follow the heart. Let's take it to let's take it back to 3x3, man. Are you full-time 3x3, or are you doing both 5-on-5 and 3x3?
I'm basically full-time 3x3 because Olympic qualification tournament, and that's a once in a lifetime opportunity to like qualify for the Olympics, and I put my all focus toward basketball in that, and in mindful buckets, and that's the only thing I do. But the thing that really inspires me every day is doing yoga and meditating, and that keeps me on going on this. So that's
those are those strong habits really set you up for achieving your goals, right?
Yes, like to every person watching this, you don't get like to the top like without something that keeps you going, like keeps your mind clear.
Mm-hmm.
When your mind is clear, then you understand like why you're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's basically it.
So those are like your, everyone has their non-negotiables, right? Yoga, meditate, stretch.
I mean, it's not like, maybe like it's for me. Maybe it's not for everybody. Somebody likes the scuba diving. Like somebody likes baking cookies.
Yeah.
Somebody will find something spiritual in baking cookies, and that's completely fine. If that makes you happy at the end of the day, that's it.
Right.
Like, do it.
Right.
That's it. Like if you're happy and you're in high spirits, magic happens, and that's it.
That's when you're vibrating at a high level, and that's when good things happen and opportunities pop up out of nowhere. That's where the magic is, just is created, right?
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
I want to ask you something. Like I Googled you and everything, and I saw like you have a lot of experience. You played in PBA.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that experience like? Like I didn't experience that. Probably never will. So, I want to know, like, how it's like to play in like big crowds. Like in the biggest crowd I played is like 2,000 people in the 5-on-5. Yeah.
Man, I mean, the PBA was a great experience, man. It was, it's a very high level it's the highest level in the Philippines, pretty much, and there's a lot of great players. The competition's real high, and the fans are amazing, man. The fans, they go crazy over hoop out here. You got to come out here when there's a challenger. You got to come out here when there's a challenger or a world tour or something, because the malls get popping over here, man. You'll love it. Yeah.
I love to play at the malls because there's no wind. And
I'm
a shooter.
It's the best way. It's the best way to. It's the best way to get it in.
No wind, and I'm like, about to get a lot of buckets.
Man, I remember watching you guys in Romania, and you guys were in the qualifying. I was rooting for you guys, man, because you guys made it past the qualifying draw, and you made it to the quarters.
We made it to the semifinals, and it lost against Edmonton.
Yeah, I remember watching that, man, and I was rooting for you guys. You guys play really entertaining, man. I liked it.
You know what's funny? Hey, you know what's funny? Like everybody in that team, they actually don't make their money off basketball. Like we're like amateurs.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
we we train like crazy, but it's not. It's nobody funds us. Like we fund ourselves.
Yeah.
Like that's the situation in Croatia. Like it's not like somebody's gonna see like, yeah, they have passion, I have money, like let me help them. No,
Yeah.
like the consciousness in Croatia is not on that level. Yeah.
I hear that a lot about the European 3x3 teams. There's no funding. Everyone, it's purely for the love of the game and still being able to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah.
And that's
And
beautiful
like
because,
you make your money on some tournaments and that's
you
it.
know, when your back's against the wall, you know, great things happen, you know. So,
Yes,
because
yeah,
I heard
yeah,
stories
that's
about
the
people
growth.
funding their own trips.
Yeah, yeah, we do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, only when you play for the national team, like
Hmm.
you get funded trips and everything. But
Yeah.
the else is like you fund yourself. That's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
That's, but next, when there's a challenger and a Masters here, you guys got to come out, man. You guys got to come
I
out.
mean, uh, we gotta scratching cloth there. Like everything everything we get, we earn it.
Yeah.
We earn it, and that's it. Like
Yeah.
that's the only way. Only way.
So I want to bring it back to 2013. You said that you started meditating. So
Yeah.
is that the beginning of your whole spiritual journey and building your awareness?
Yeah, it is. So when I started, I was like, why am I doing this? I was like, this makes like it makes no sense. But as time goes, you start to let go because when you listen to your mind, it's 99.9999% is not true,
It's
and
overthinking.
you gotta, yeah, it's the beta brainwave state. So you want to go to gamma, and to go to gamma, you gotta let go, and when you let go of the, as they call in yoga, the vrittis,
Hmm.
when you let go of the swirling of the mind, then the mind becomes still and it just lets go, and then you really hear what is. And when you really hear what really is, then you find the truth, and then life becomes easy.
Right.
Like it becomes easy to, like you become at peace in any situation, any situation. I
That
mean,
that
you
speaks to
understand?
now. It speaks to right now, right? Um,
Yes.
um, people. Hold on. Hold on. Is that better? How's that?
That's good. That's good.
Sounds a bit choppy. Sounds a bit choppy. Okay. Talk about that gamma state, man. So I'm familiar with. I'm not like I'll listen to some binaural beats to get me into theta state and everything. Talk about the gamma state and what are some exercises to get you into that state of mind or state of presence.
Well, basically, it's focusing your mind on one object. So when you focus your mind on, I don't know what the object is. You can have whatever object, but mine object is focusing my mind on the energy here on the third eye, and focusing on my breath and going and focusing the energy up, and that's basically focusing on my third eye. And
Hmm.
when I do that, I all of a sudden like start to feel more dimensions of my breathing, and I start to see shapes and figures in my third eye, and then magic happens, and
Yeah, yeah.
you
You
just
get that.
start to know, like you can really look into the future.
Hmm.
Like it's crazy. Like I had dreams about this, about the coronavirus and stuff happening, but not exactly like this, but like signs, and
Yeah,
I knew something's gonna happen, and
yeah,
I was like not prepared, sort of 100%, but I understood it when it started to
yeah,
manifest. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So the power of visualization comes into play at this time as well. You're able to kind of visualize yourself on the court, how you visualize yourself you want to play and feel, that feeling of winning. I try to part of my teachings with my students, with my players, is visualizing themselves as the best player they can, right? Visualizing themselves making that move they want to make, making the big shot, the crowd around them, put themselves in that moment. And it's a practice that I've been working with them. So to discuss the power of being able to visualize yourself in that moment.
The whole thing about visualizing is to put you in the right vibration to manifest the things that you want. So if I want, you know, be the best player that I can be and win a tournament or whatever, then I must be at a certain emotional state to do it. So if I'm in an emotional state of fear, anger, doubt, I ain't gonna do that. But
No.
if I'm in a state that's joy, peace, bliss, love, whatever, then all of a sudden you unlock some talents that you have on a basketball court, even though you're practicing the same. Like, people must understand that you can, when you practice a lot, but results are not happening to you, that's because your emotional state is wrong. Because the real you that you want to be is in a higher emotional state, and when you get there, then magic starts to happen. And then when you visualize, that puts you in the vibrational state or emotional state that you want to be, and then you keep that during the day, because the real work comes during the day. And visualization, like visualizing something, that's the key of visualizing.
Yeah, man, I agree 100%, man, and that's something Kobe really mastered.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
The way I'm sure you read The Alchemist. And
I didn't read The Alchemist, but
man.
Yeah, I didn't.
But just the power of alchemy, turning from lead into gold. You know what I mean? Just being able to turn any situation as the opportunity to thrive. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
That's what that all falls on the same line.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh man, I think the sound's a little messed up. Let me let's see what we can do here. Is there a bunch of birds back there?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Is it loud? How's the sound on yours? Because mine's a little. Okay, I think it's good now. You good? Yeah. Was your sound messed up?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's talk about like breath work, man. I see you putting a lot of breath work in there. The Wim Hof method, fire breathing, Kundalini, activating the Kundalini energy.
Yeah.
And I think it's dope that you're teaching that in your content and tying it up with basketball, because again, it all falls into the same way of being able to manifest how you want to play and visualize how you want to play. Can you talk more about the breath and how it centers centers you and everything?
So about the breath, the biggest thing about breathing is you want to basically clean yourself, clean your energy systems, because the food that we eat and all of the stuff that's going around, and it's going to change to the better, it's just not healthy. And then your energy channels get congested, and all of a sudden, like, you wake up in the morning and you don't have energy. Like, that's not supposed to happen. You're born on earth to have energy because you are it. And we live 100% in a spiritual world. And everything is created from the spirit. And in order to you to be inspired, to breathe, as Wim Hof said, breathe, mother effort, And Yeah, and basically what I do is wake up in the morning really early and do the breath work. It's called pranayama in yoga or Wim Hof method. You can call
Yeah.
it whatever you want. Like
There's so many
it's up to
different
you.
ways. You
Yeah,
practice the
and it's
pranayama
like
when you're covering the nostrils?
well, pranayama is actually like you have like thousands and thousands
Yeah.
of techniques. Like that's one of them. That's the beginning stage. The advanced stage is the kumbakas and the retentions, and that's pretty tough. But the point is, is when you do breathing, any breathing method, the results are instant. Your energy raises in like 15, like in 15. If you do 15 minutes of breathing each and every day, not meditating, just breathing, your
Hmm.
energy will rise, and all of a sudden you feel like you don't need to eat a lot of food,
Hmm.
and then all sorts of things start to happen. You get into your emotions, and your emotions start to like clean out, and then you start to feel much happier and everything else.
Yeah.
And about the kundalini, like it's the kundalini goes as you go. So the kundalini won't awaken until it's ready. And when it's ready, then you'll be awake from the dream that we dreamed. So
Yeah.
like I don't want to go too far, but people will understand in a couple of years, everybody will be awake, and it's going to be a beautiful place to live here.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I agree. And like as over time, like we forget that the breath is the most fundamental thing, the most fundamental action that we can do. Like we come into this world with one breath and we're out of this world with that one breath. So
Yeah.
like we people need to understand that we need to be more mindful of our breath. We're in a day and age of like there's so much distraction, so much stimulation, and we're moving from one place to another so fast where we have to just sit back and just take a deep breath sometimes, man. And I, you know, what I mean, and it's thank you for sharing like your content with the breathing exercises because those are very important, man. That's great information that needs to be put out there.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying uh, like when we put out this content, is not so many like views and likes and
Hmm.
sort. Like people are still not into it, but they will get into it.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to say, an important thing about breathing is it's a life force. So just this is a drill that it's a good drill to do. Like when you hear a word or a phrase like life force, try repeating it in your head, life force. You understand the power of that word,
Yeah.
life
I like
force.
that.
It gives you life. So
Yes.
breathing gives you life. So pranayama means controlling the life force. And when you control the life force, then all of a sudden you control your life. You're in control. So we
Yeah.
choose our reality. And when you're in control of your life, then you understand that everything is fine.
Man, it's some
And that's it.
powerful stuff,
Just
man.
breathe. Yeah,
The viewers are getting a treat, man. This is some powerful stuff.
yeah.
Um,
No, that,
let's go to some comments, man. There's some people that asked us a few questions. Maddie.Ying, he he asked for tips for on ball defense. What body part are you staring at?
uh, uh, first of all, what's up, Maddie? EGT. Uh, on ball defense. Well, I always start from clearing your mind. So clear your mind every day. And then when you go to the court, you'll start seeing different things much more quicker. First of all, when you play defense, you always want to, like if you play a game, you always want to know your opponents. So if you know your opponents, you'll basically know their tendencies. But if the situation is where you didn't do the film work and you don't know the opponents and there's no film, that may be the situation, then what you always do, you watch the hips because the hips don't lie.
The hips don't lie.
And you gotta
First
play.
thing that
You gotta
moves.
play in the gray area. Yeah, you gotta play in the gray area. So hand checking, you can do it, but you gotta know how to do it and when. Like every time somebody is changing directions, you just touch them on the hip, and as you touch them on the hip, as they change directions, you control them a little bit, but it's not. It's subtle. It's a subtle touch.
Yeah.
And when they shoot, my advice, you'll know when they shoot because righties like to shoot when they go left, and when they go right, they like to drive, and lefties like to shoot when they go right, and when they go left, they like to finish. So when they shoot, you don't contest the shot right in the space. You contest it around their right eye if they're righty, or around their left eye if they're lefty, around the shoulder area also. So right here, you contest it right here, and it's a much lower percentage when you contest it right here. And that's three tips that I can give on ball defense. And of course, watching thousands and thousands
Film.
of
Gotta watch
minutes
film.
film of like Clay Thompson. Clay Thompson is to me the best defender you can watch because Kawhi is a freak of nature, and Clay looks like a human.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Um, Another question was the top 3 skills for creator type player to master this offseason. Something great to
Ooh,
work on would be change of pace. A lot of stop and go action, being
yeah.
deceptive with your movement. Anything you want to add?
Footwork.
Yes.
Like change of pace comes with footwork. So
Hmm.
if you don't have the footwork, you cannot change pace. But if you have the footwork, then definitely just work on the change of pace and work on your shooting. So footwork, change of pace, and shooting. That's it.
Yeah, man.
Because
Yeah.
finishing will come when you are able to shoot the ball. Because when you can shoot it from out there, then everybody's afraid of your shot, and then you just blow by and you got the layup or
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dish.
Yeah. What else? We got another one here. Talks about James Harden. What makes James Harden's ISO move package so unstoppable, and how can I use it in our? How can use it in our game?
Well, I wouldn't use it if I wasn't like a tall, 6'5" player with, you know, I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use that if I wasn't 6'5", 6'4". So if you're 6'5", 6'4", and above, then use it. What makes it so difficult to guard is the skill that he has. The skill is basically point guard, and the footwork is point guard. So we come back again to the first thing. It's creating. So you got to have the footwork, you got to have the change of pace, and you got to rep out the move that you like. So James Harden likes his between the legs
Yeah.
cross, between the legs cross, and then if you're if you're too far away, he steps back and shoots it. If you're there, he goes either to the right or to the left. When he goes to the right, he goes between the legs, delay hezzy. He just blows by, uses his off arm, and finishes or dishes it out. And if you cut him off, then he goes cross or between the legs hezzy, and then again between the legs or cross on the other side. And the game, he simplifies the game. So the game is really, really simple. It's space, footwork, and shooting,
Yeah.
and that's it.
He plays with such great pace, man. Um, at his own pace, he controls that whole game. It's
Yeah,
really nice and really nice to watch him
it's
play, man.
poetry. It's poetry. It's like if you understand mindfulness, then when you watch that, you like. I watched that for 10 minutes and I feel like inspired.
Yeah, man. He's
Feel
just
me?
out there, just
Yeah.
like doing his like. It's like he's the only one on the court.
It's like he's painting a picture. It's like he's dancing. It's like he's, like it's art form. It's art
Yeah,
form.
and it's funny. These people in the comments they hate on him. He gets bashed so much. I'm just like, dude, if you know basketball, like you know that this dude's a game. Like he's gonna go down as one of the best players of all time.
Definitely. And the thing about people is, it's not that they hate him. It's because they didn't find their true love in life, and when they find it, they won't hate. Like
Hmm.
they will
Hmm.
understand. So
Yeah.
you know, thank you, James Harden, for inspiring us.
Yeah, man. And
That's
it's
what we should talk about.
yeah. He's there's so many amazing players out there, man. And I mean, I think Kobe's death really took a toll on everybody, dude. And it inspired me to even push harder with the agenda that he had, and my own is really empowering this young generation of athletes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a huge generation of athletes that are just really unaware of the presence and the the grit it takes to get to these higher levels. It's such a instant gratification era. So it's kind of like with what I'm trying to do, and I see what you're doing is really allowing them to slow down and just appreciate the game more. You know what I mean? It's so business now.
Yeah, yeah. It's if you play for the rewards and the business in it, you won't find happiness. Kobe, he played for the love, and that's why he was training so much because he literally enjoyed it,
Hmm.
and that's the hidden message that he. It's not hidden, but people hide it from themselves. Uh, you, if you enjoy what you're doing each and every day, then there's no limits.
Yeah.
And the whole goal here is Kobe got so high on life that he inspired so many people to do the same. And Kobe inspired mindful buckets. Like it's transcending through basketball, and Kobe did that through Mamba mentality. It's just his way of
Yeah.
saying it, and his way of wording it. And Mamba mentality, what it means is understanding your emotions and the emotional
Hmm.
state. It, like we are preparing a video, like it's already prepared about Mamba mentality. Like I wanted to put that like yesterday, but it didn't fit. So like in a couple of days, like we're gonna have like a video about like what Mamba mentality really means.
Dope. I'll keep an eye out for it, man.
Mhm.
That sounds dope. Same thing with Align, man. He is really predicated on his philosophy with Mamba mentality, and his effect on everybody. Just it's amazing his reach, man. This one guy
Like
reached
yeah,
billions.
like it's crazy because like you created your own stuff with Align, and the powerful name of Align. Like if you really like do the drill that I said like couple moments ago, you just repeat the word align,
Yeah,
like you'll get aligned.
right.
And
And that's how it
that
came to me. Like you said with Mindful Buckets, how the name came to you, the logo came to you. Same thing with Align. All that shit came to me in my meditations, man, and even drawing it out. I was like, oh, this is how I'm gonna do it. And
yeah, and everything looks like it's you, like it fits you. It's just like it's perfect. Like we're all one, but we're all individuals at the same time.
yes, I agree.
And
We're all energy,
yeah,
just
yes,
living, man.
yes, yes, yes,
And man, it's dope to chop it up with you, man.
yeah, dope. Yeah, it's amazing. Like I felt like I told you, like I felt it, and I knew this was gonna be really special. And even though it's like 9 people, like who cares?
Yeah, man.
Everyone that hears this, they came here for a reason, and they needed to hear this. And whatever thought and definition you have about it, just give it a try.
Yeah.
Like give it a try because, I mean, you'll give it a try one like sometimes. It may be in 10 years, but this you'll remember this in 10 years or in 2 years or in 2 weeks. So yeah.
Yeah, man. It's gonna resonate with who it's supposed to resonate with, and that's really all that matters. And this is why we do it.
Yeah.
You know, we
Yeah.
don't do it for the following. We don't do it for, you know, the clout. We do it because this is what we do, and we love what we do, and this is how we do it. You know what I mean?
Like, if, like, I always ask people, would you live your life if everything was free the same?
What was that?
And they're like,
If
like,
everything,
I
if
always
everything was what?
ask people, if you would live your life right now, if everything was free the same, like you're living it right now,
Mm-hmm.
like that, then you know you're living your life really out of love. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like if everything was really free, like how would you live your life?
Right.
Like, if you know, if you're training basketball to, you know, get millions of dollars and to buy a house, and I mean that's fine. The ego will get in the way, but it's not about that, and you'll never reach the highest level that you can reach if you're satisfied with that.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And I feel it's,
we're not that type of beings. Yeah.
if you're doing the things that feel right, you're doing the things that feel good, you're gonna keep yourself vibrating at a high level. You're doing things out of love, out of gratitude,
Yeah.
and as long as you're vibrating at a high level, that's when you start attracting the things that you're supposed to be attracting. That's when the opportunities, the magic is created. Everything is supposed to fall in sync. You know what I mean? That's that's the whole. That's my whole align. You know, that's the whole philosophy of align. You know what I mean?
What?
With connecting the mind, body, and soul on the journey towards one's goals. You know what I mean? It's everything has to be in sync.
I fully agree and understand you. Like the to the fullness. To the
Yeah,
fullness.
man. Yeah, we can wrap it up on that.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, man. That
It
was,
all is, and we are, and life is beautiful. And I mean, thank
oh
you
yeah.
for this from my heart, and I send beautiful, beautiful waves of love to Philippines and to the whole world right now.
Appreciate it, bro.
And
Hey,
be blessed, and namaste.
everything too as well, bro. We're gonna get you on here again, man. This is gonna develop into a podcast eventually. You know, just getting everything
Yeah.
going, and
Okay.
you know,
I
we're
love
gonna
it.
do it real official. All right,
I
this is gonna be
mean, I'm
saved,
all
by the way.
for it.
I'm gonna put this on YouTube so everybody you can share it, whatever, you know, watch it again.
No doubt. Hey, we can do it like every weekend if you want it. Like
Man,
dope. Like
we-
dope.
let's talk. Let's talk after this as well, man.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
No
bro.
doubt. No doubt.
I appreciate you, man, coming on
Peace.
the show. This is a line real talk. Let's get it.
Yes.
Peace, bro.
Peace.
Thank you, everybody, for joining Align Real Talk Live. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope you guys all gathered some gems in that. It was a really powerful show we had today, and I hope that all you guys gained something from it. It was really a conversation that, you know, not too many talk about, and this will be saved as well on YouTube. I'm going to put it on the Align channel, so please subscribe onto their YouTube Align page as well as the Facebook, and you guys will see all this entire video on there. Appreciate you guys all supporting, and we'll see you on Friday. We have a special guest on Friday, and I will let you know a few days before that day, before Friday, of who we have on there. All right? Everybody stay blessed. Much love. Peace.